Good morning. Today is the 10th of July and this is part 4 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2022 BMC and Leyland Show at the British Motor Museum here at Gaydon in Warwickshire. We filmed quite a lot so far, but we now come to the selection of Allegros. And there are 3 particular ones that I'll be highlighting as we go through them. Obviously we'll be looking at other cars as well. I do apologise if I get things wrong, if I fall over, if there's wind noise, if this is general incompetence. I'm afraid that's just the way that it goes on this channel. So 1975 to 6 Austin Allegro. This is, I think, a really late Series 1 Allegro actually. It's Allegro Super. I'm not sure what engine that would be in there. This is Agatha, Rick from Agatha and Everything. He's not actually here at the moment. He's up near filming my car, I think. So, but nevertheless, we see him often. I should sort of really offer him one of my channel stickers, shouldn't I, for his car? So yes, 78. 1300 Super. For those of you who are familiar with Agatha and Everything will know that there was a bit of a disaster yesterday with the fuel pump. Oh, hello. A bit of disaster with the fuel pump yesterday, but it's now been fixed, and the Cortic wheel is here and everything is just fine. I believe that the colour is sand glow with this particular car. Another one of these early ones here, again with this grille. I think it was only on the earlier Allegros. So this July 77, this would be 76. Maybe this one's put a later grill out or something. I don't know. Your answers in the comment section below, because I'm not actually sure. What I am sure about is this very attractive 1974 Austin Allegro Super Deluxe. I know because I filmed this. It's the 1300. This is an original Cortic steering wheel model. That is the wheel on the cars after about mid-74. This one, this is how it came out. I don't like these Cortic steering wheels in terms of a practical thing because they make your hands slide off the wheel when you're trying to use push-pull steering, which is very dangerous. Got some friends in here, of course. There's a Tiger who, yes, a bit of a bacon sandwich. You might sort of to grab it from me. We've got Garfield in the back as well. It is as immaculate as it looks. This is a award-winning car, really. I'm not sure what else to say. She's got some very nice cars. We'll see another one actually from the stable a little bit later on. From Midget that I've driven. There is a review of this car on my channel, Sensible Secondhand Classics, and I absolutely loved my time there. 82 Allegro here. I think they finished production late 82, so on a Y this will be 82 only. Allegro 3. I think this will be just with that gearbox, just with the A series engine, and yes, Allegro 3 1.3 HL. Now this is a car that, well, we've been wanting to see for a while. It's an Allegro a keep. I think this is a 79. I've never seen one of these before. Unique steering wheel, 1750 engine, and wow, that's very special. It's very special indeed. This, I think, is it's Mr. Dan Cho's car, isn't it? 1975 Allegro 1100 Deluxe. I think most of you might have seen before. Another Allegro 3 here. They came with both the rectangular and the quad round headlamps. Another 1.3 HL. Another 1.3 HL. I think there's a slightly different variation with the quad headlamps later on. I'm not sure what I prefer really. Actually, I know what I prefer views in terms of the Allegros. It's not even an Allegro. It's something else, but we'll just come to that in a moment. So yes, both of these on W8081. It's Allegro 2 on a T, so 78 to 79. Not sure what the name of the colour is actually. Yes, this is my favourite type. It's never called an Allegro, it's been called that previously, but this is a Van den Pla 1500, 1976-7 registration. That looks like a beige leather interior, viewers. I do like a nice beige leather interior, particularly when we've got lots and lots of wood. This one's an automatic. I don't know why you couldn't get a rev counter with these. You would have thought that you'd get one, but you don't. Obviously, if you have the Van den Pla, you don't need to worry about things like that, because maybe someone else will be driving it for you. Another one of these are Allegro 3s. Gosh, I've never seen so many Allegro 3s before in one place. Obviously, a very good turnout this year from the owners of these. So I think 7980 was sort of the cusp of when they became the 3. So it could be either. Ooh, a 1.3 HLS. Does that mean that I get to see the quad headlamps, viewers? I think so. I think we might have some. Yes, we do have some quad headlamp action. Very nice, viewers. All on W's. So 80, 81, all three of these. I think we've got an L, an HL and an HLS all together, so you can see the difference between them. That's a slightly different colour, but these I think are the same. That is just extraordinary, viewers. Where are you going to see this kind of thing elsewhere? I'm in an estate, Allegro 3 estate. Gosh, how rare are these? Let's get it to 1.3 HL and an L together. Just amazing. It's an X, so 81, 82, V, 7980. This is an award-winning car. Look at all those trophies down there. Excellent. I think that colour's called Vermilion, as far as I remember, but I could be wrong about that. Yes, I'm mistakenly Allegro 3s, not because they say, but you can tell because the rear lights are completely different. Oh, a little fog light there as well. So I think for 81 model year you needed that sort of thing. Lovely Metro 1300 here. This is a relatively late MG Metro on an F, so it would be 88, 89. This is a late Rover 100. I think this would be like a GTA or something. I don't think there was a 100 GTI. I think it was only the Metro. That's a very late one, yes. 97, 98 registration. Production finished, I think, December 97 for those. Another late MG Metro 1300, 78, 89 to 90 it would be, with the nice alloy wheels. Contrast to this Mini Metro 1.3 HLS, that'll be 81, 82 on an X. I'm unsure. And this is a car owned by a gentleman by the name of Errol. He's just passed his test, and this is a 1 litre Metro. It just says Mini Metro at the back, so I think they got rid of that late 82, so that might be a later edition, the badge. But that's an 83, 84 registration. So it's a Mark 1. And the wheels have been changed on this because it's really, really hard to find tyres for the original steel wheels for these. So a lot of them, like this one, have had mini lights put on them, or mini light equivalents. 89 to 90 MG Metro, again with these lovely kind of lattice alloy wheels. My godfather used to have one like this. It was the same colour actually. Most agreeable, really. Another late Rover 100 here. I don't know what spec this is. It's an Ascot, a special edition. Someone's changed this 310 van into an MG 310 van, so that's a bit faster than it was before, particularly with those leopard print seat covers. That plate's a personal one, so I don't know, but it looks about sort of right for that. Sort of 87, 88 would be about right. This particular car has had, it's engine swap. This is a 1.8 VVC K series from a Lotus Elise actually put in this, which is a straight swap. This probably would have had a 1.1 or 1.4 originally. I think this is a Metro Rio, so they were based on the 50L model. About 1994, maybe 95. We've got two of them together. One I think is an original Rio that's had an engine swap. They often appear together actually. It's only got a 4-speed gearbox as well, so that probably means it's a 1.1. Oh, a Metro Advantage. Very nice. Yes, we like a nice Metro Advantage. The same colour as that Maestro Advantage you would have seen in part 3. Metro City. This is, I think it's an 84. Yes, I think I've seen this before. It's got all kinds of bits and pieces with it. Ooh, 111i base model Rover 100, a very early one actually on an M. That's when they came out, early 95 on an M. That's when they came out. Just go down here. Try not to fall over or trip up or anything. Right, another Rover 100 here, right next to this earlier MG. This colour, which I forget the name of, was very popular at the time. It looks different in different light. It's not quite purple because you can see it as different as you kind of look upon it more closely. Ooh, an automatic Metro. It's a very late Mark II, but it's almost kind of in Rover Metro territory, sort of about 1990. Mark I MG Metro 1300, that would be 83, 84. I think we've actually reached a point that we got to in part 3 with the particular MG Metro here, a very early one. So what we're going to do is we're going to now go to another part of the show. Nice Morris Mini Traveller here. I think this will be 68, 69. It's pretty a Mark II. Yes, it is. It's a Mark II 1000 Auto. And then this is some kind of Austin fire brigade thing. I'm going to get through there, so I have to walk around this way. There is a reason why we call these shambolic shuffles, viewers. Yeah, it's a Morris. I forget the name of this particular type of van, but it's a 65 by Carmichael. Ooh, we've reached the 200 and 400 owners club. Very nice, viewers. We like R8s on this channel very much. 1993 to 1994 Rover 200 Cabriolet. I have actually driven one of these on the channel. It's the one that belonged to Mr. Richardson Furious Driving, Quentin. This will be a 216 then, with the Honda engine actually, if it's an auto and it's this kind of time. Rover Revival, I've heard of though. Are they up in sort of Manchester somewhere? I saw this one earlier on today actually. This is a 1991 to 2 Rover 416 GTI. This has got some different wheels on it, but someone's put a leather interior. They would have not come with a leather interior originally. That is probably off something like a GSI. It's very nice. It's very, very early 90s, sort of all white like that. So later R8 here. I think this is a 214 SEI actually, from memory. And this might be the one that was on Drive Classic, but I'm not actually sure. Yes, it's a 214 SEI, being 1995, I think. 2003 MG ZS 180. They made them in both hatchback and saloon form, but the hatchbacks are rarer. Forget the name of this colour. It's not trophy blue. It's a little different from that. Ooh. 1992 to 3, Rover 214. This is the 103 brake horsepower K series. Oh, no, sorry, no, it's not. Sorry, it's a D series. What am I talking about? I do apologise, viewers. I should have seen straight away the engine's on the other side, so this is the Honda D series. I've actually had 2 of these myself anyway, both R8 216 SLI autos like this one is. So I should be a bit more kind of au fait with these, shouldn't I? But I'm afraid this is the way it goes on my channel. We get things wrong and we try not to get found out, but we are. So there we are. This one, yeah, it's a 92, so it's a very early one with the sort of round the corner indicators. That's what they used to call them back in the day. Another 216 SLI here. It's a manual, gosh, that's rare. And again, with that steering wheel, that marks it out as one of the last made, because I had the 216 SLI was an auto that I had, but it actually had an airbag steering wheel, which is really uncommon actually on the R8 200s. Only came right at the end. Ooh, a 3-door 200. These are rare. What would this be? Like a GSI or something? Yeah, 220 GSI, 1994 to 5. MGTF, first of an enormous number that we'll be seeing today. Have you got a driving licence? I'm not sure he has. Bear of very little brain, perhaps. Yeah, I'm not sure what year that is. Who knows? Wouldn't know. Another ZS180. This is the far more common saloon type. And this is some different wheels put on it as well. They're very quick, these actually. I have driven one on the channel on Sensible Second-Hand Reviews back in... No, sorry, True Jacket Reviews. Gosh, it was before that happened. On True Jacket Reviews back in October 2020. It was good fun. It's quite an early Rover 600 here. It's for sale. Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says this could be yours. I think this is probably an SI or an SLI. Probably, it's actually only got 2 electric windows. It's probably an SI. Yes, it is. 1994 to 5. This one, so late 25 on 2005. It's one of the last ones made then. That I think, I can't remember if that's actually got the BBC on it, but 25 didn't have an engine anyway. It was the MTZRs after they came in 2001. Only the 25 GTI I think actually had the BBC header standard. 45 here. This is a Project Drive one. I think this is it's a saloon, so this would be a gosh, I don't know. The trim levels were so confusing on the 45s before the facelift in 2004 that I don't really know. It's got steel wheels, but it's got parking sensors, so who knows? I don't know. R3 200 here. Don't know what model this would be. Who knows? Very clean, that K series in there. Very clean. This is actually not a 45. This is the earlier one. This is the 400 HHR. I've seen this loads of times before. It's a 414i, so it's almost the bottom of the range actually, this car. It's very clean nevertheless, and by 1998 when this car was made, they'd stopped actually badging the cars as sort of 214 and 216 and 414 and 416 and just pulled them the 200, 400 as you can see on the back of these. Both most agreeable colours, as we can see. I see that Paul from Project Nigel is here. This is the car that would have seen at the Furious Driving social event back in May up in Yorkshire. So here we go, 1998 Rover 211 SE, having some wheels changed over, it looks like. Rover Streetwise, gosh, these are rare now, aren't they? Late on in the sort of life of MG Rover, they decided to make this. It's based on the 25, really, but a bit like Fiesta Active these days. It sort of looks a bit like an off-roader, even if it really isn't. I really would like to try one of these. I hope that this one has... I shouldn't be talking about that, viewers. It's got an engine we can't talk about, because we're going to talk about diesels on this channel. 1996 to 7 Rover 200 VI, a bit like the one that Mr. Richardson from Furious Driving has. This one's actually a 97. And then we move on to other 200s and 400s. This one says please look after this bear car. The bear should really be in the front seat of this, shouldn't he? Shouldn't be sitting in that TF, he should be sitting in here. 1993 to 4 Rover 416 SLI manual. Very nice. Very late 45 here. Facelift, they only made a facelift I think from April 2004 to April 2005. This is probably a Connoisseur SE, and it's got a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. I have owned a facelifted 45, but it was a 1.4 Club SE hatchback. This Honda Ballard is always everywhere, and it always comes along with his little friend. Hello. Hello. Always brings along his little friend, because this is essentially just it's a Rover 200, like the one in keeping up appearances. I have driven an SD3 200. I haven't driven one of these. It's got 12 valves, it'll be 1.5. Mr. Harwood from Rover Joe will be around somewhere. In fact, he's right over there. And this is his 1995 Rover 214 SLI that I have driven on my channel on No Budget Reviews quite recently. Again, at the Furious Driving social event at the Motorist. This car's actually had even more work done to it since last time we saw it. There was a sort of slight issue with the boot realignment, and I think that's been done now. And look at all those brochures and pens and all kinds of exciting things. Just for contrast, here's a Concerto. The platform was exactly the same between the R3 200 and 400 and the Concerto. Concerto looks very similar, but it is a little bit different. This one's even got wood in it. This one's an auto. This is 1.6 auto, I think. He is a Concerto 1.6 EX. It will have the D series engine in it, which is the same engine that I had in both of my R8s. Let's have a look at some more of these whilst we're here, because why not, viewers? 420 GSI, it's beautiful. Oh yes, it's a leather interior as well, and the sort of older door cards. Yes, very nice. Beautiful condition for one of these. 1990 728 registration. From Raoul's Garage in Chalmers-Ford. Raoul's Garage in Chalmers-Ford is about a mile and a half from where I live. It doesn't exist anymore, of course, it's long gone, but yes, it's a local plate to the area where I'm from. Another one of these R8s. This is a 400. It's a facelifted one. It's an auto, so it'd be a 416, probably a GSI. Yes, it's GSI. The GSI wasn't a guarantee of leather interior, by the way. Some of them had it, some of them didn't. This is a sort of mid-period 214 SLI. I better actually go that way. I don't want to get caught on mirrors and things, because in late 1992 they changed these indicators, but they didn't change the grille. The grille change came later, but on the 400s at the time they got the grille first. As you can see there, the converter grille. The 200s didn't get it. You can see actually that little aperture is different. So yeah, being 92, 93, 214 SLI manual. Ooh, that's another SD3. It's a 213. Yeah, it's not a SD1, it's an SD3. This is an auto. The one I drove, actually, I did drive a 213 quite recently, as last summer on No Budget Reviews. That was a manual. They don't come up very often, these. I think this is an 88 or an 89. This looks very nice, this one here. What is this 3-door then? Is it like a 220 or something? No, it's a 214 SCI with 3-door. That's a rare specification. And I thought we'd find Lyndon at some stage. Lyndon is here with the MG Midget. Afternoon, sir. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Your car's looking splendid, by the way.
It's quite kind for the sunshine, isn't it?
It is. It's looking very nice.
Very much.
So, with lots of friends here today as well. So this is a 1968 MG Midget. I actually drove this car on Sensible Secondhand Classics back in November. I can't believe I drove this in like almost middle of winter, but yeah, it was good fun. They don't have a brake servo, and there's no cigarette on first gear, so it was entertaining. But nevertheless, there we go. Oh, it's an Austin Healey Sprite 1967. By this stage, the Sprite and the Midget was really similar. It was just a matter of badges and some minor differences, really. This one's had electronic ignition fitted. It's probably not a bad idea. 66 Midget there, and then there's a later one here. That's see if it's got it's a round arch one. That's 7374 registration. And then later on it was a 1500. What on earth is this? Austin Healey Mark IV Sprite GT Coupe from 1967. That looks rather nice. Oh, okay. Then there's an earlier coupe. This is a Frog Eye coupe. I don't think I've ever seen like these two together at all. And I think that's a Sprite as well. So it was 62. Yeah. So the Sprite Mark II and the Mark I Midget came out, I think, 1961. This is a 62 Sebring Sprite Works race car. Another Sprite here. Again, probably about the same sort of era. Ooh, X-Works Austin Healey 3000 Mark III rally car. Very good. 1964. It's a very unusual booklet, isn't it? Very unusual. That's sort of what it would look like, a bit more. It's conventional, but we're getting into some seriously kind of proper classics here, actually, with the 3000 Mark II. It's a 3000 Mark I. That's a 62. That's a 61. And again, we've got the crazy boot lid on this one. This is a 65. I think this makes it a Mark III. I don't think they made a Mark IV 3000. I think by then they were just making the MGC. Yeah, it's just Mark III. This isn't a C though, this is a B. 67 only on an E. Sebring, yes, the Sebring Sprite again perhaps. Yes, there we go. Another one of those. This looks like we've got some very good engine bay access here. Yeah, another one of these Sprites. What is this? A kind of Riley. Don't know what that is at all, viewers. Answer in the comment section below. I know what this is. 1967 Riley Elf, based on the Mini, but with some differences. They got these later doors with the door handles a lot earlier. We also had a completely different rear end. It's much more practical than an original Mini. MG Magnet. I'd like to say it's a ZB or ZA or ZB, but I can't remember the difference. One of them has a larger rear window, which is the ZB, but without one to sort of compare it against, I wouldn't be able to say. I'm afraid. Don't want to get into too much trouble. We'll just cover a couple more of these Rileys. We'll get down to that Maxi and then we'll stop for this part. Riley RM. I don't even know how to tell these apart, viewers. I've absolutely no idea. So, yes, answer in the comment section below. Ooh, and here we have a Riley 1300 Kestrel. Right at the beginning, in part 1, I was talking about the fact that the 1300 Kestrel sort of has that Kestrel badge, and it doesn't. This is a really late one. It's 69 only. It's one of the last Rileys ever made. And there we go. Nice steering wheel plus a rev counter. The only one of these ADO 16s to get a rev counter before the Austin 1300 GT. 1931 Riley 9 Gamecock. Interesting. 1935 Riley Falcon. Not sure what this is. It's really beautiful kind of sporting saloons from the mid-30s. And then last one for this part, another sporting Riley, 1932 Riley 9. Excellent. Right, well, thank you ever so much indeed for watching part 4 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2022 BMC and Leyland Show. No doubt we'll get to some more cars in the next part. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video and leave a comment below. And we'll see you again soon for more most agreeable cars.